Assalamu alaikum students. I welcome you to the lecture number 16 of decision making in non-profit sector. As far as today's agenda is concerned, we will be having a preview of the last lecture. We are studying the perceptions of Pakistan post-earthquake study, which is relief and reconstruction phase पे जितनी humanitarian organizations involved हुई हैं, उनकी क्या perceptions थी, उनके बारे में लोगों की क्या perceptions थी. आज उसका हम तीसरी जो फेज है, पहले फेज में हम लोगों ने रिलीफ साइड को डिस्कस किया कि कौन कौन सी एजेंसीज रिलीफ में पार्टिसिपेट कर चुकी थी आफ्टर द अर्थक्वेक, आफ्टर द अर्थक्वेक, देन आफ्टर दैट रिकंस्ट्रक्शन के अंदर कौन कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ने, कौन कौन सी गवर्नमेंट बॉडीज ने पार्टिसिपेट किया, and then what were the perceptions of relief and reconstruction phase. We have togetherly we have discussed it in detail. And today we are more focused on the topic of the impact of war on terror, a perceived minimum impact, winning hearts and minds of the army, with the help of army, with the help of NATO forces, those all services which participated, especially army, the controversial role of jihadi groups, coherence and role of Pakistan army, a highly criticized rescue effort and equally highly praised by people the relief role, controversial role of reconstruction, and 4 important lessons जो कि लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल नदीम साहब जो थे, जो कि एरा के उस वक्त जो हेड थे, उनके मुताबिक जो 4 important lessons थे इसमें हम लोग देखेंगे. एंड एट द एंड देयर इज अ कंक्लूजन टू इट. आज हम लोग थर्ड फेज पे हैं. फर्स्ट फेज में हम लोगों ने रिलीफ को डिस्कस किया अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस स्टडी. सेकंड फेज में हम लोगों ने रिकंस्ट्रक्शन को डिस्कस किया, और आज हम बात करेंगे कोहेरेंस एंड सिक्योरिटी की, अलॉन्ग विद द रोल ऑफ जिहादी ग्रुप्स, अलॉन्ग विद द रोल ऑफ पाकिस्तान आर्मी. एंड वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस lots and lots of details, especially with regard to the interviews given by USAID officials, Pakistani researchers, and equally NGO workers. जो अब तक हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, जो इस लेक्चर के अंदर हम लोग डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं, that is more focused on the war on the terror, along with the winning and minds and hearts of the people through the army effort, the relief effort which was highly praised by the people. Then there was a rescue effort which was criticized by the people, and then there was a controversial role of reconstruction, along with the important lessons, and then there's going to be the conclusion. As far as the preview of the last lecture is concerned, we have studied about the reconstruction, that people heavily criticized the reconstruction efforts done by the various entities of Pakistan and along with the international agencies. And those perceptions were people's perception, and they were supported by the arguments जो कि इन लोगों ने दिए फोकस ग्रुप डिस्कशंस के अंदर रिगार्डिंग द रिकंस्ट्रक्शन. और उससे पहले हमने लोगों ने रिलीफ को डिस्कस किया कि रिलीफ साइड में किस तरह की एफर्ट पाकिस्तानी सिटीजन ने की, नेटो ने की, पाकिस्तान आर्मी ने की, along with the US troops who participated at that point of time after the disaster. This is what we have discussed in the first part of this Perceptions of Humanitarian Agenda 2015 Pakistan Earthquake Study, and we have discussed about the relief and rescue phase. Relief phase पे पूरे पाकिस्तानी आवाम ने दिल खोल के इमदाद की, दिल खोल के फिलैंथ्रोपिक इनिशिएटिव्स में पार्टिसिपेट किया. और रेस्क्यू में बहुत ज़्यादा लोगों ने जो है इसको पसंद भी किया, लेकिन कईयों ने इसको क्रिटिसाइज भी किया. अगेन किस तरीके से रिलीफ से रिकंस्ट्रक्शन की तरफ गए, रोड ट्रांजिशन फेज था, उसमें क्या क्या गवर्नमेंट ने पार्टिसिपेट किया, किस तरीके से किया, पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज ने क्या रोल अदा किया, और वो क्लस्टर अप्रोच जो यूनाइटेड नेशंस ने फॉर्म की थी, 10 के करीब क्लस्टर जो डिस्कस किए गए थे, जिसमें हेल्थ भी था, न्यूट्रिशन भी था, एजुकेशन भी था, तो वो सारे क्लस्टर्स पे किस हद तक क्रिटिसिज्म हुआ, क्या वो क्लस्टर अप्रोच ठीक थी या नहीं. तो हम लोगों ने रिलीफ जिस वक्त डिस्कस किया था फेज 1 ऑफ दिस होल स्टडी, तो उसके अंदर हम लोगों ने ये चीज देखी थी कि there were various perceptions regarding the cluster approach. बिकॉज क्लस्टर अप्रोच की जो थी देयर वाज नो ग्राउंडिंग, ग्राउंडिंग थी तो इट वाज द फंक्शनिंग जो उसकी थी उसके ऊपर लोगों को बहुत ज्यादा लोगों ने क्रिटिसाइज किया. Then we discussed about the perceptions of humanitarian actors and actions, actions and actors, and what were people's perception regarding the culture and sensitivity when the foreign workers they came over here for the help, the Cuban doctors, the Turkish paramedic staff, Rapid UK people, when they came over here, the approach, the culture sensitivity issue was discussed, and then the insiders and outsiders, locals within locals were discussed. ये भी बताया गया कि KPK से यानी NWFP से उठ के लोग जो हैं वो यहाँ पे आए कश्मीर में काम करने के लिए. दे वर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ द कल्चर, बट कल्चर को अवेयर करना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी था, इसके बारे में प्रोफाइल के जानना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी था. देन वी डिस्कस्ड अबाउट डिफरेंट परसेप्शंस ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स, स्पेशली वुमेन राइट्स को देखा गया. एंड देन प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ IDPs, द इंटरनली डिस्प्लेस्ड पीपल, द वीकेस्ट लिंक को भी हम लोगों ने देखा. Today's lecture is more focused on the impact of war on terror, or according to Humanitarian Agenda 2015, the studies have sought to understand how terrorism and counterterrorism efforts in the post 9/11, जब ट्विन टावर का वाकया हुआ 9/11 में और 9/11 को, और उस वक्त उसके बाद किस तरीके से ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एक्शंस जो थे वो चेंज हुए, और किस तरीके से टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस और जो काउंटर टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं उन लोगों ने काम किया. इस मेजरली इस रिपोर्ट के अंदर जो जिहादी ग्रुप से उन्होंने क्या इन्वॉल्वमेंट दिखाई, किस तरीके से ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एक्शन पे फोकस रहे वो, क्या वो फोकस ग्रुप डिस्कशन का हिस्सा रहे कि नहीं रहे, क्या इम्पैक्ट ऑफ वॉर ऑन टेरर जो था that was in coherence with the humanitarian action, और क्या उसमें डिफरेंट मकासद थे ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एक्शंस में, या that was just they were just there to do the humanitarian job, or they were there to promote the political agenda. So the earlier studies, they have focused for the most part on the conflict situations, especially इराक में जिस वक्त जंग हुई, अफगानिस्तान में जो जंग जारी है उसमें वॉर ऑन टेरर का बहुत ज्यादा अमल दखल है, और ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एक्शंस को भी स्ट्रांगली जो है वो डिस्कस किया गया. लेकिन इस हवाले से जो इस रिपोर्ट के अंदर है, देयर आर 4 मेजर प्रिंसिपल डायमेंशंस. सबसे पहली डायमेंशन थी दैट इज यूनिवर्सलिटी, देन देयर वाज कोहेरेंस, देन सिक्योरिटी, एंड इक्वली टेररिज्म एंड काउंटर टेररिज्म मेजर्स को ऑब्जर्व किया गया इस रिपोर्ट के अंदर. और आगे चल के देखते हैं कि इम्पैक्ट ऑफ वॉर एंड टेरर जो था वो, चूंकि पाकिस्तान एक स्ट्रांग एलाई है यूएस का, इम्पैक्ट ऑफ वॉर एंड टेरर के लिए फ्रंट लाइन ट्रूप्स पे पाकिस्तान आर्मी है, तो किस तरीके से पाकिस्तान आर्मी ने मैनेज किया रिलीफ और रिकंस्ट्रक्शन को, लोगों की क्या परसेप्शंस थी regarding the relief reconstruction phase में, what were the major perceptions created by the people, or what they perceived about regarding the humanitarian effort. The Pakistan earthquake response provides an interesting opportunity to look at an issue that has received at lot less attention, the impact of war on terror on humanitarian action in the context of natural disaster. When this disaster happened, तो 2005 में, तो वॉर ऑन टेरर वाज गोइंग ऑन. एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम इट वाज वेरी हार्ड फॉर द पाकिस्तान आर्मी टू रिस्पॉन्ड टू सच बिग कैलेमिटी, सच बिग डिजास्टर. सो लोगों ने जो स्टडीज पहले की तो लिंकेज नहीं क्रिएट की कि वॉर ऑन टेरर का ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एक्शन से क्या लिंकेज है. तो इस रिपोर्ट के अंदर डॉक्टर एंड्रयू विल्डर ने एक लिंकेज क्रिएट की कि वॉर ऑन टेरर इज टोटल डिफरेंट एजेंडा ऑल टुगेदर एंड ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एक्शन इज टोटल डिफरेंट एजेंडा ऑल टुगेदर. और इसकी बेस पे he came up with the different all researchers involved in the study, they came up with the various focus group discussions, even the various interviews regarding it कि war on terror का क्या अमल दखल था humanitarian action के अंदर जिस वक्त earthquake hit हुआ, उसके बाद क्या war on terror को प्रमोट किया जा रहा था, कोई एजेंडा प्रमोट किया जा रहा था, क्या वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ ह्यूमैनिटेरियन साइड थी, क्या वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक ह्यूमैनिटेरियन इनिशिएटिव्स थे जो कि यूएस फोर्सेस, पाकिस्तान आर्मी एंड नेटो ने लिए. लेकिन लोगों ने एट द एंड ऑफ द डे लोगों ने उसके बरक्स राय भी दी. लोगों ने ये भी बताया कि हमारी परसेप्शन इन सारी जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं, इवन तो पाकिस्तान आर्मी है, इंस्टीट्यूशन हैं, जितनी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, उनके बारे में क्या है. अब Perceived minimal impact was aid workers when they were interviewed for this study, especially this study, इसी study के अंदर at the national level in Pakistan, the war on terror has had a negative impact on humanitarian action, but the impact on the earthquake response was minimal. So when that humanitarian action was going on, at the same time simultaneously war on terror was going on in Afghanistan, and same is the case with they were finding insurgents in Pakistan too. And at that point of time, the response, the impact on the earthquake response was minimal. Earthquake का जो response था, earthquake के बाद जो response था, उसमें war on terror का अमल दखल कम था. Because it is total different agenda altogether, and earthquake response was a total different agenda altogether. According to a US official, he felt that at the global level, US official felt that the George Bush administration, who was the president at that point of time, war on terror language of being with us or being against us, या हमारे साथ रहो या हमारे मुखालिफ हो जाओ, had created a wall. एक दीवार उसने बना दी between the US and many other countries, and even for those of us who don't want it to be there. तो ये उस US official की अपनी statement है जो कि इस report के अंदर mentioned है, and he said specifically that this was a wall which was created by George Bush. This statement that either you are the part of us, either you are against us. So this created a wall. Although हम लोग जो थे वो उसका हिस्सा नहीं थे at that point of time. Then UN official in Pakistan, a UN official felt that one of the very negative humanitarian impacts of the war on terror was the license given to the intelligence agencies, which is horrifically misused against political activists, journalists and others, many of whom have disappeared. So this was a UN official feeling, or it is a perception of UN official that that very negative humanitarian impacts of the war on terror was witnessed, and the license which were given to the intelligence agencies, which although their attitude towards the humanitarian efforts was hostile and is horrifically misused against political parties, journalists and others, many of whom have disappeared. लोग disappear हो गए उधर से, और ये मेजर जो नेगेटिव ह्यूमैनिटेरियन इम्पैक्ट जो था इसका वॉर ऑन टेरर का, वो यही था कि एजेंसीज को लाइसेंसेस दे दिए गए कि टू फाइंड आउट दोज पीपल हु आर गोइंग अगेंस्ट द रेट ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट, and political activists and journalists and others, many of whom जो लोग अभी disappear हो चुके हैं. There are various other interviews. Several interviews felt that war on terror had created a lot more suspicion in Pakistan about the work of aid agencies in general and US agencies in particular. So people were of the view that this shouldn't be picturized, or this shouldn't be promoted on this agenda. The war on terror has got a suspicious impact on the humanitarian work, humanitarian action, and people were perceiving it that US Army, NATO and other forces are there just to get the data, and they are not there to have a humanitarian to provide a humanitarian response to the affectees or marginalized community. So this has affected US agencies in particular and various other aid agencies in generically or in general. So war on terror has created lots of suspicious impacts in Pakistan on various aid agencies and equally on the US in particular. According to one international non-government organization, US worker, his views were: we were wandering through a neighborhood when a laborer we passed said, "I am not a terrorist." He thought we were there to catch terrorists. We are increasingly living in a bubble and fail to realize the top of their mind in recent news and a perception that we are there to look for terrorists. So this was a perception of the people at that point of time, which US international non-government organization worker has felt, and he said that mostly people were perceiving that we are there to find out the terrorist activities. We are there to US people are there, US officials are there, and even though international non-government organization people were there to find out or to probe that there are various terrorist activities or incidents going on. So we are going to go into the detail, and this is again, he thought that we were there to catch terrorists. We are increasing. एक लेबर है जो लेबरर है जो कि उसके करीब से गुजरा और उसने कहा कि I am not terrorist. So this is a perception when people see a U.S. International non-government organization worker working in that area, or at that point of time, people were perceiving that the all workers who are not officially who are not Pakistani, they are mostly there to catch terrorists. If you talk about war on terror, then humanitarian rescue and relief operations following sudden most natural disasters are less likely to be highly prioritized or heavily influenced by the external political or security agenda as humanitarian action in situations of protracted conflict. So rescue and relief operations में भी जो है जब होता है तो उस वक्त natural disaster जिस वक्त hit करता है तो बहुत कम activities को prioritize किया जाता है, और even though external political parties और security agencies का जो है influence भी होता है, और जिससे humanitarian action मुतासर होता है, जिससे humanitarian action पे effect पड़ता है और negative effect पड़ता है. There is a USAID worker, and her experience is, in my experience with USAID in Pakistan is directly related to 9/11. Before that, they were not here. All US assistance here is very political and linked to the war on terror. ASRA, a US-funded education program, was directly talked about as stemming the madrasa phenomena and stopping the production of Taliban. As a public health official, I want to do public health for the sake of public health. I am very glad I am not involved in the earthquake response. It is much less politicized. So again, these are the comments from a USAID worker, and they also acknowledge this fact that that mostly US assistance in this regard is political and linked to the war on terror. But the line which she added, that stemming the madrasa phenomena and stopping the production of Taliban, this is the agenda of ASRA. They were talking about it. As a public health official, I want to do public health for the sake of public health. मैं सिर्फ public health के लिए काम करना चाहता हूँ, और मैं सिर्फ करना चाहती हूँ, और मैं सिर्फ public health के ही लिए यहाँ पे आई हूँ. और I am glad that I am not involved in the earthquake response. It is much less politicized. तो ये अच्छी बात है कि मैं earthquake response का हिस्सा नहीं रही हूँ और इसको less politicized किया गया. Then there were various focus group discussions, and the overwhelming majority of focus group participants in the earthquake zone also perceived the response of the US and other international donors, including the deployment of US and NATO military forces, as being driven by the humanitarian agenda rather than a political agenda or political consideration. So mostly were of the view that they are here to provide humanitarian assistance, not to promote a humanitarian political agenda. They are there to provide the to work for the philanthropic initiative, or they are here to provide the relief or rescue work for the people who were affected by the disaster. So majorly ज़्यादातर focus group discussions में ये चीज़ सामने आई कि response of US and other even the NATO and other international donor organizations, they were here to just provide help in the philanthropic initiative, or they just want to work for the philanthropic initiative. They were not there to promote the political consideration. They were not there to promote the political agenda or any such agenda which is linked to the war on terror. So major focus group discussions, when we were in Mansehra, we had discussion over there in Chiankari, we had discussions over there in Battagram, even though in Shanghai, mostly majorly they were of a view that these all agencies, they are here to promote the humanitarian agenda rather than a political agenda or political consideration. As far as Pakistan's geostrategic location is concerned, Pakistan's geostrategic location as a frontline state in the US global war on terror, yes, Pakistan is a frontline state. They are fighting against the terrorism. Still, we are witnessing internal instability regarding the terrorist activities going on in Pakistan. So Pakistan is always considered as a frontline runner or frontline state which with United States of America on the war on terror. And Pakistan has received lots and lots of dollars, billions of dollars, which is in the form of US foreign aid since 2001, just to ensure the war on terror consideration still played a role in the earthquake response. And they have ensured that there will be no such incident of terrorism during this response, and they have got no linkages whatsoever regarding the humanitarian action, regarding the earthquake response given to the people by these all organizations. So मेजरली चूंकि पाकिस्तान स्ट्रेटेजिक अलाय है, पाकिस्तान एक फ्रंट लाइन रनर है टेररिस्ट एक्टिविटीज को काउंटर करने के लिए विद यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका, और उसकी वजह से लोगों के अंदर ये फीलिंग डेवलप होना शुरू हो गई कि पाकिस्तान जो है, even though US, even though other countries, international donors, they are here to just to get the data done, and they're just here to locate the terrorist activities or terrorism, there major terrorist activities going on in the country. As one NGO worker in Muzaffarabad noted that people in the earthquake areas didn't care who gave aid. लोग जो अर्थक्वेक एरियाज के अंदर हैं वो इस चीज को नहीं देखते हैं, दे आर नॉट केयरिंग, दे उस चीज का ख्याल नहीं करते कि किसने एड दी है. दे आर हैप्पी विद एनीवन, वो किसी से भी खुश हो जाएंगे. एल्सवेयर देयर वर परसेप्शंस एंड कॉन्स्पिरेसी थ्योरीज बट नॉट इन द अर्थक्वेक एरिया. सो दिस इज द स्टोरी ऑफ मुजफ्फराबाद, दैट इन मुजफ्फराबाद वन एनजीओ वर्कर, नेशनल एनजीओ वर्कर, ही वाज ऑफ द व्यू दैट earthquake areas, mostly people are not caring about who is giving aid. They just want aid, and they are happy with anyone who is giving aid. किसी से भी वो खुश हो जाएंगे जो कि aid दे रहे हैं. But there are certain perceptions गलत भी हो सकती हैं और perceptions सही भी हो सकती हैं, लेकिन there are perceptions and conspiracy theories, but not in the earthquake zone or in the earthquake area. In earthquake affected areas, however, few people were giving much attention to conspiracy theories. कुछ लोग थे जो कि ये चीज फाइनलाइज करके बैठे हुए थे, या ये उन्होंने एनालिसिस किया होता है, ये कंक्लूजन किया होता है कि जितनी भी फोर्सेस हैं, पैरामिलिट्री जितनी भी फोर्सेस हैं, they were there to promote the political agenda or war on terror rather than to work for the humanitarian action, rather than to work for the people of the marginalized community. So there is a government minister from Pakistan, and his views were there were some rumors that they have that these US troops, NATO forces, have got hidden agendas, and that the US created the earthquake to take over. That US itself has created the earthquake, but after a couple of weeks, the majority were completely satisfied. When US forces left, people were very sad. एक जो इंसिडेंट जो मुजफ्फराबाद के अंदर अगर आप जाएं तो वहां पे बाजार के साथ एक ब्रिज है, वहां पे हुआ जहां पे एक एक्सीडेंट हुआ और नेटो फोर्सेस ने औरत को और बच्चों को वहां से निकाला. तो main focus was the humanitarian response. They were there to initiate the humanitarian effort. They were there to give acceleration to these all efforts with the help of their own capability and capacity. And there were certain rumors, according to one government minister, that these organizations were having hidden agendas or political considerations. But and US created the earthquake itself. Well, it is not possible. But after a certain couple of weeks, the majority were completely satisfied by the work of these all organizations, these all institutions, and when they left, everyone was sad. So this was the view of one government minister from Pakistan. There are various ways in which earthquake response was affected. Two important ways in which the earthquake response was affected by the war on terror. वो पहला जो way था, a much more generous US response as part of conscious effort to use the earthquake response to win hearts and minds. Number two, controversy over the role of Islamic organizations and militant jihadi groups in the response. दो important reasons थी जिसकी वजह से वॉर एंड टेरर जो थी, ये अर्थक्वेक रिस्पांस जो था, ये अफेक्ट हुआ वॉर एंड टेरर की वजह से. और इसकी दो मेजर रीजन थी. पहली रीजन तो थी कि यूएस का बहुत ज्यादा जेनरस रिस्पांस था, बहुत ज्यादा खुले दिल से US फोर्सेस काम कर रही थी, एंड ऑल्दो कॉन्शियस एफर्ट्स वाज टू यूज द अर्थक्वेक रिस्पॉन्स टू विन hearts and minds of the people. So they were there to win the hearts and minds of the people. They were not there to initiate the political agendas, or they were not there to find out or dig the data of terrorist organizations. They were there to help the poor, to help the needy at the point of time, at the point of relief, at the point of even though certain point of time reconstruction तक. But again, the second reason जो थी, that was controversy over the role of the jihadi groups and Islamist organizations, कि they are there and their role is considered as is more focused, terrorist focused. They are terrorist focused organizations and their role is minimum. So the major two important ways in which the earthquake response was affected. First one was US का बहुत ज़्यादा generous response to win the hearts and minds of people, और secondly the controversy of the work of the Islamist organizations, jihadi groups जो थे, उनकी working जो थी वो किस किस्म की थी, क्या उन्होंने सही काम किया. तो हम लोगों ने रिलीफ साइड में भी देखा, रिकंस्ट्रक्शन में भी देखा. मेजरली रिलीफ के अंदर जो है ये चीज़ ऑब्जर्व हुई कि जिहादी ग्रुप्स ने दे पार्टिसिपेटेड एंड दे प्रोवाइडेड रिलीफ एक्टिविटी, दे प्रोवाइडेड रिलीफ एफर्ट्स, दे डिड रिलीफ एफर्ट्स टू फॉर द people of the area, various areas, affected areas. और उसमें आपने देखा कि यूएस का जेनरस रिस्पांस था बहुत ज्यादा, जिसकी वजह से लोगों के दिलों में यह भी आ रहा था कि ये क्यों इतना ज्यादा रिस्पांस दे रहे हैं, हालांकि उनकी नीयत सिर्फ ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एक्शन को प्रमोट करना थी, ना कि पॉलिटिकल एक्शन को प्रमोट करना. Winning hearts and minds की बात की जाए तो probably the greatest impact of war on terror on the US earthquake response was the very conscious effort on the part of US policymakers to reward a strategic war on terror ally and to use it as an opportunity to win the hearts and minds of the people and use the US sagging popularity in the frontline state. So majorly the main focus was why they were generous, why they were going for the humanitarian actions, because of the fact that majorly they were of the view to win the hearts and minds of the people of those affected areas. और उसमें war on terror के जो ally है, which is Pakistan, उसको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा support देना इस problem के वक्त, इस इतने बड़े disaster को combat करने के लिए. और US policy makers was also there to reward the strategic war on terror ally. और उसमें जो US की जो पॉपुलैरिटी जो गिर रही थी उसको उठाने के लिए भी this was the approach. Then there is a Wall Street Journal editorial, or this Wall Street Journal editorial called the earthquake response as one of the America's most significant hearts and minds successes so far in the Muslim world. यकीनन इसमें कोई दूसरी बात नहीं है क्योंकि the major response given by the American people and especially American forces, they win the hearts and minds of the people, and this was a success in the Muslim world, especially in the Muslim country. में आके एक इस्लामिक मुल्क में आके एक फॉरेनर्स की टीम या पूरी आर्मी जो उनकी है, they were deployed over here, and this was a major success as far as the humanitarian response in any Muslim country is concerned. उससे पहले यही बात होती थी कि जी इराक में लड़ाई होगी, यूएस इन्वॉल्व देयर आर वेरियस अदर, अफगानिस्तान में लड़ाई है जी, वहां पे भी यूएस इन्वॉल्व है. लेकिन मेजरली पाकिस्तान के अंदर जिस वक्त बात की जाए तो पाकिस्तान में जिस वक्त ये आफत आई तो उस वक्त यकीनन they have worked really well, they have done a significant job, or they won the hearts and minds of the people. And majorly उससे पहले लोग ये perceive कर रहे थे कि जी ये they are here just to promote the political agenda, but at the end of the day people were sad when they were leaving. US Congressional Research Service report, US Congressional Research Service report written 2 months after the earthquake was very explicit about the potential benefits of US earthquake assistance to the war on terror. और उसमें उन्होंने लिखा कि degree to which the United States receives positive press for its contribution to the earthquake relief effort may make it easier for Musharraf to support anti-terror activity in the region. So ये उनकी रिपोर्ट की लुबे लबाब था कि यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ने जितना भी काम किया उसका एक पॉजिटिव इफेक्ट होगा, और दिस आल्सो कंट्रीब्यूट्स टू द, एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम जनरल परवेज मुशर्रफ was heading Pakistan at that point of time, and he was president, and ये जस्ट एंटी टेररिस्ट एक्टिविटीज जो होती हैं उसके अंदर ये ज्यादा हेल्पफुल होगा ये यूएस का काम करना अर्थक्वेक के बाद. In the case of country like Pakistan, viewed as a strategic and an ally. सो स्ट्रेटेजिकली अगर देखें तो पाकिस्तान में जो है वो भी पाकिस्तान इज फेसिंग टेररिस्ट थ्रेट्स ऑन द डेली बेसिस, एंड इवन दो आप देख रहे हैं ह्यूमन मेड डिजास्टर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ टेररिस्ट एक्टिविटीज बहुत ज्यादा हम लोग विटनेस कर रहे हैं. ऑलमोस्ट मोर देन 2500 के करीब बम ब्लास्ट हम लोगों ने विटनेस कर ली हैं, और उसमें सुसाइड बम्बिंग भी है, उसमें और भी इश्यूज हैं, फायरिंग के केसेस भी होते हैं, और डेली बेस पे किलिंग्स हैं इनोसेंट की जो कि हम लोग विटनेस कर रहे हैं. और पाकिस्तान इज extremely fighting for the last 2 decades just on the basis of war on terror. Or this is war of terror is good for the stability of the country. Internal stability के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. उससे ये होता है कि आपकी एक्सटर्नल एंटिटीज जो हैं वो प्रेशर डालते हैं और आपको इंटरनली अपने आप को स्टेबल रखना पड़ता है. तो आप देखें कि इंटरनल एनवायरनमेंट पाकिस्तान की जो है दैट इज वेरी चैलेंजेबल, वेरी डाइवर्स, एंड ऑन द डेली बेसिस वी आर विटनेसिंग लॉट्स ऑफ ह्यूमन मेड डिजास्टर्स. और उसमें यह है कि पाकिस्तान चूंकि एक एलाय है तो इट सीम्स लाइकली दैट वॉर ऑन टेरर एजेंडा हैड द पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट ऑफ इंक्रीजिंग द स्पीड एंड द स्केल ऑफ यूएस रिस्पांस. यूएस रिस्पांस जो है वो इंक्रीज हो गया आफ्टर द अर्थक्वेक, और ज्यादा जो है अच्छे तरीके से वॉर ऑन टेरर जो है which was the priority of the US and Pakistan, as Pakistan was an ally of the US, so that was considered as positive approach, and it proved the positive results too. There was a role of various organizations in relief and reconstruction phase, but in the relief phase, jihadi groups they participated, and their role was considered a bit controversial. Or interviews from the study, from focus group discussions, from the individual interviews, they confirmed that observations made by others that in many cases the first to arrive on the scene to assist in rescue and relief efforts following the earthquake were the members from Islamist group, including militant jihadi organizations. जो militant jihadi organizations हैं, they were first organization who went to the site to provide relief and rescue services to the people. और ये चूंकि बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरव्यूज जो थे लोगों ने दिए, तो उनमें से ज़्यादा लोगों की ये राय थी कि सबसे पहले जो लोग आए हेल्प करने के लिए वो जिहादी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस थी और इस्लामिस्ट ग्रुप थे. Jihadis and Muslim Brotherhood respondents were generally very positive about the speedy assistance provided by these groups, who then often referred to in an interview as our Muslim brothers. This is again one of the perception of one affectee, and he said that they were there to provide us relief and rescue services, and according to Muslim Brotherhood, they were there to help us. According to one national non-government organization worker, jihadi groups were very effective. They were the first to respond. They were much more organized than civil society groups. They had horses and carried supplies on their backs. They were the first to deliver food. We had hundreds of volunteers on our door dressed in jeans and t-shirt, but we didn't know how to use them. The jihadi organizations were much better organized. So this is a saying of one national non-government organization worker, and he was of the view that Jihadi's organization work was very effective. They were the first to respond to the scene when the disaster hit Pakistan in 2005. They were much more organized than the civil society groups, and they had horses, और वो पीछे खाना लद के वो लोगों के पास जाते थे to provide them the food assistance. और हम लोगों के पास 100 of volunteers हैं, लेकिन हम लोगों को ये नहीं पता कि उनसे काम किस तरह निकलवाना है. लेकिन अगर आप जिहादी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की बात की जाए तो वो बहुत ज़्यादा ऑर्गेनाइज हैं इस मामले में. जो इस्लामिक पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज जो थी जिन्होंने पार्टिसिपेट किया आफ्टर द अर्थक्वेक, अकॉर्डिंग टू द पीपल्स व्यू और अकॉर्डिंग टू द परसेप्शंस ऑफ द पीपल इन द अर्थक्वेक अफेक्टेड एरियाज, they were of the view that Jamaat Islami, Jamiyat Ulama Islam, Al Khidmat Foundation, Al Khair Trust, Hizbul Mujahideen and Jamaatul Ansar, formerly Harkatul Mujahideen, known as formerly Harkatul Mujahideen, and they all participated in rescue and relief efforts, and they provided initial रिलीफ एंड रेस्क्यू एफर्ट्स, उसमें एफर्ट्स में पार्टिसिपेट किया। और उस दौरान जो था जमात इस्लामी, जमीयत उलमा इस्लाम, ये इस्लामिक पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज हैं जो पाकिस्तान के अंदर अकॉर्डिंग टू द अगर आप असेंबली में भी देखें तो पाकिस्तान में ये पार्टीज मौजूद हैं। दे वर देयर टू हेल्प द पीपल ऑफ द मार्जिनलाइज्ड कम्युनिटी, दे वर देयर टू हेल्प देम। Then, according to one NGO worker in Muzaffarabad, cluster meetings hardly saw any Islamic organizations participating. There was a reluctance to invite them. I asked why we were not inviting them. All Islamic organizations are not jihadis, but it's hard for many people to differentiate. So, again, जिस पर cluster meetings हुई, जैसे health की cluster meeting हुई, न्यूट्रिशन पे क्लस्टर मीटिंग हुई, एजुकेशन पे क्लस्टर मीटिंग हुई, इसी तरह सोशल डेवलपमेंट में जो क्लस्टर मीटिंग हुई, तो उसमें इस्लामिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को ने पार्टिसिपेट नहीं किया, एंड पीपल वर रिलक्टेंट टू इनवाइट देम बिकॉज ऑफ फैक्ट दैट देयर इज अ वेरी थिन लाइन. It's very hard to differentiate people from the organizations or jihadis and rest of the Islamic organizations. So they were not invited in the cluster meetings, although they provided initial relief and rescue to the affectees. Coherence in the role of Pakistan Army as an important objective because of the fact that coherent एक approach को follow किया गया, एक coherent agenda को follow किया गया. Pakistan Army along with the NATO, along with the US troops, along with international donor organizations, एक coherence में वो they started work. अब जैसे मैंने पिछले lectures में भी आपको example दी कि 27 days में कोहाला पुल से towards मुजफ्फराबाद जो road थी उसको open किया गया by the NATO and Pakistan Army. और important objective of humanitarian एजेंडा 2015 की स्टडी का भी यही है कि क्रिटिकली एग्जामिन किया जाए इंपैक्ट ऑफ अटेम्प्ट्स टू प्रमोट ग्रेटर कोहेरेंस और इंटीग्रेशन इन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट एंड पोस्ट कॉन्फ्लिक्ट एनवायरनमेंट्स बिटवीन ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एफर्ट्स एंड पॉलिटिकल, मिलिट्री एंड पीस बिल्डिंग एफर्ट्स के अंदर. तो ये एक इंपॉर्टेंट ऑब्जेक्टिव जो है ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एजेंडा 2015 का ये था. So we were discussing the coherence and role of Pakistan Army, और important objective जो humanitarian agenda 2015 का है कि critically examine किया जाए कि वो कौन कौन सी attempts थी और उनका क्या impact था इन सारी की सारी organizations ने जिस वक्त coherence एक दिखाई, एक greater coherence दिखाई और एक integration दिखाई in conflict and post conflict scenarios में, और उसमें humanitarian efforts और political और military and even the peace building efforts जो थी initiate की गई और वो कौन कौन सी थी. और उसके अंदर ये चीज ऑब्जर्व की गई कि दे वर देयर टू प्रमोट द ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एजेंडा रादर देन टू प्रमोट द पॉलिटिकल कंसिडरेशन और पॉलिटिकल एजेंडा. There were various findings of humanitarian agenda 2015. The main finding of the first round of humanitarian agenda 2015 case studies regarding the push for greater coherence and integration was that political humanitarian relationship in the integrated missions and is far from the collaboration among equals, and that there is a recurring danger that humanitarian and human rights priorities will be made supersedient to the political objectives. और ये चीज बता दी जाए कि coherence and integration of these were there to promote the humanitarian action, humanitarian rights को promote करने के लिए, उनको prioritize करने के लिए ये coherence और integration की गई इन सारी organizations की, इन सारे institutions की, और एक integrated missions पे काम किया गया so that के underprivileged को privilege किया जाए या so that के relief and rescue operations को मद्देनजर रखा जाए. पाकिस्तान आर्मी के बारे में पाकिस्तान आर्मी के एक ऑफिशियल ने व्यू दिया अकॉर्डिंग टू लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल एंड सीनियर यूएन ऑफिशियल हु प्लेड सेंट्रल रोल इन द रेस्पॉन्स, and he was of the view that humanitarian operations and military operations were so interlinked that at a strategic level that there could be no longer be any meaningful division between the military operation and humanitarian operation. It was one. So इतना ज्यादा इंटरलिंकेज कर दिया गया कि ये जी वॉर ऑन टेरर को और ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एक्शन को कि बड़ी मुश्किल से देयर वाज अ डिफरेंशिएशन बिटवीन अ मिलिट्री ऑपरेशन एंड द ह्यूमैनिटेरियन ऑपरेशन. सो ऑल्दो इट वाज लिंक्ड, but it was totally based on the humanitarian operation perspective. It was not based on the political operation or political consideration perspective. One of the most effective large-scale responses by the humanitarian agencies जो कि witness की गई, which में अगर आप देखें much more so that the other recent responses to including the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami आया और hurricane Katrina आया. इसके अलावा ये जापानीज का जो अभी सुनामी आया, डिजास्टर हिट हुआ, वो सबसे ज्यादा जो ह्यूमैनिटेरियन रिस्पांस देखा गया और उसका इंपैक्ट एक लार्ज स्केल पे देखा गया, तो वो पाकिस्तान के अंदर आफ्टर द अर्थक्वेक बाय दीज ह्यूमैनिटेरियन ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस का ऑब्जर्व किया गया, लोगों ने परसीव किया एज अ पॉजिटिव इंपैक्ट, कुछ ने नेगेटिव भी इंपैक्ट लिया उसे, और सबसे बड़ा इफेक्टिव जो लार्ज स्केल रिस्पांस था वो इन ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एजेंसीज का था. देयर वाज इंटरेस्टिंग फाइंडिंग कि की इन्फॉर्मेंट्स जो थे उन लोगों की तरफ से थी कि हु वर डायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्व्ड इन द अर्थक्वेक रिलीफ एफर्ट्स attributed this success to the central role in the relief effort of the national and international military forces in general and Pakistan Army in particular. Again, key informants were of the view that Pakistan Army has played, or international organizations, international army has played a vital role, a significant role, and this was the success of the combined operation, or central role done in the relief efforts of the national and international military forces. और ये एक interesting finding थी कि key informants were very much satisfied with the efforts of Pakistan Army and rest of the organizations as possible. टोटल डिप्लॉय जो किए गए फोर्सेस पाकिस्तान आर्मी की तरफ से, दैट वाज 60,000 who assist in the relief efforts. In the days following the earthquake, Federal Relief Commission was established, headed by serving Army officer General Lieutenant General Farooq, to coordinate the overall earthquake response, and 60,000 troops were deployed to assist in the relief effort. So Federal Relief Commission को बनाया गया और General Farooq was there to head that commission up, and 60,000 के करीब पाकिस्तान आर्मी के ट्रूप्स को डिप्लॉय किया गया कि वो रिलीफ एफर्ट्स में असिस्ट करें. क्रिटिसिज्म भी हुआ, जहां तक पॉजिटिव इंपैक्ट का ताल्लुक है वहां पे इक्वली नेगेटिव इंपैक्ट को भी देखते चलें कि रिलीफ में पाकिस्तान आर्मी ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया, लेकिन रेस्क्यू में अगर आफ्टरमैथ देखा जाए, इमीडिएट आफ्टरमैथ अर्थक्वेक का देखा जाए, तो उसमें दे वर रिस्पॉन्डिंग स्लो. शायद उसकी मेजर रीजन भी ये थी कि टेरेन वाज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, वहां पे ट्रक्स की सप्लाई नहीं पहुंच सकती थी. सो पाकिस्तान आर्मी टुक टाइम इन ऑर्डर टू रीच दोस प्लेसेस अब जो कि अर्थक्वेक से अफेक्ट हुई. और उसमें अगर ये भी ऑब्जर्व किया जाए कि पाकिस्तान आर्मी का रोल रिलीफ में फुल ऑफ प्रेज था. लोग बहुत ज्यादा खुश थे पाकिस्तान आर्मी के रोल से, लेकिन रेस्क्यू की जहां तक बात की जाए तो रेस्क्यू में थोड़े से दे वर स्लो इन रिस्पांस आफ्टर द इमीडिएट आफ्टरमैथ ऑफ द अर्थक्वेक. और अगर आप देखें रिकंस्ट्रक्शन में तो दे वर टोटली क्रिटिसाइज्ड बाय द पीपल दैट इट शुड बी टेकन अप बाय द एरा और सम अदर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, एंड पाकिस्तान आर्मी इज देयर टू प्रोवाइड जस्ट रेस्क्यू एंड रिलीफ. So they were of the view that reconstruction phase में, longer term reconstruction phase में पाकिस्तान आर्मी को heavily criticized किया गया, और the vast majority of aid workers as well as aid recipients who were interviewed were full of praise for the army role in the leading the relief phase के अंदर. आर्मी का रोल बहुत ज्यादा बेहतर था, बहुत अच्छा था, बहुत सपोर्टिव था. Who is responsible to combat disaster of such sort? As far as army is concerned, Pakistan Army doesn't have a constitution mandate to respond to such natural disasters. This is the job of federal government. This is the job of local provincial civil administration. This is the job of local government ordinance according to 2001. It is total the responsibility of local governments at the district level. So Pakistan Army जो है, that is the call by the government कि जी पाकिस्तान आर्मी आए और वो रिलीफ और रेस्क्यू एफर्ट्स में हेल्प करे. So अगर आप यहां पे देखें So according to the local government's ordinance 2001, it is the job of civil provincial governments, it is the job of local governments, district level governments to initiate philanthropic initiatives, to initiate to combat the disaster of such sort. और इसमें पाकिस्तान आर्मी का चूँकि there is no such constitution mandate or constitutional mandate to respond to such natural disaster, but still they worked. As far as Federal Relief Commission and ARA is concerned, they can choose to involve the military if required, but in the case of earthquake, this process was not followed. The Federal Relief Commission and ARA was established by the presidential ordinances and were never authorized by the parliament, despite request by the parliaments for this to be done, कि आर्मी को involve किया जाए, लेकिन आर्मी का रोल बहुत minimum था in the reconstruction. Civilian-led response जो था is better, and several donor and aid officials were of the view that that in principle it would have been better to have a civilian-led response to earthquake. In reality, there was really no alternative to the army leading relief efforts. So army provided a relief and rescue efforts, and अगर आप देखते हैं तो civil structure में we lack it. We don't have that the relief, even though rescue teams only few organizations they are working on it, but several aid agencies officials were of the view that army has played a positive role in the relief phase, and in principle it should be done by the civilian led response. It shouldn't be by the Pakistan army, and it is better to provide opportunity towards civilian led response organization or any other organization which is representing civilians. In reality, Pakistan army के अलावा किसी और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को, किसी और इंस्टीट्यूशन को इस्तेमाल करने का सवाल ही पैदा नहीं होता था, क्योंकि we lack the capacity and capability on the equal front, and there is no such alternative of to the army's leading relief efforts. As one of the officials they were of the view that in principle the army should withdraw, but if they did, who would step in? अगर army withdraw कर जाए तो कौन लोग जो हैं वो step in करेंगे? INGOs, international non-government organizations, are not here for the longer term. Local NGOs don't have the capacity. The civilian government doesn't have the capacity. So that's why army was there to provide assistance in such scenarios. जब आपका local government capacity ना हो, capability ना हो, जब आपकी लोकल एनजीओज के पास इतनी कैपेसिटी ना हो, INGOs जो होती हैं, इंटरनेशनल नॉन गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, वो एक लॉन्गर टर्म के लिए नहीं होती, तो इन प्रिंसिपल आर्मी विड्रॉ नहीं कर सकती थी. आर्मी के अलावा कोई ऐसा इंस्टीट्यूशन नहीं था जो कि इस काम में इस पूरे डिजास्टर के बारे में काम कर सकता, और हु शुड स्टेप इन ऑर्डर टू आफ्टर द डिजास्टर इन ऑर्डर टू प्रोवाइड रिलीफ एंड रेस्क्यू एफर्ट्स. As a senior US official noted that the only organization that can handle disaster of this magnitude is that army. Of course, the fact that Pakistan is no other strong institutions that could have led to the response is to a considerable extent the result of a long history of deliberate actions taken by Pakistan military to weaken all other political potential rivals for power. This is the saying of one senior USAID official, and he was of the view that the only organization that can handle disaster of such magnitude, इतने बड़े level का, that is just one institution, that is army, or army has done a fabulous job in relief phase. As one of the Pakistani researchers, he was of the view that the army has to do it because no other institution existed. The army has destroyed them all. This was again थोड़ा सा pessimistic view है, लेकिन again जो views हैं वो reality के ऊपर हैं, और army has done their job and army has to do it. इसके अलावा कोई और चाराकार नहीं था, कोई और institution exist भी नहीं करता, और army ने destroy किया है बाकी तमाम institutions को. So this was a perception, a negative perception कह लें या criticism कह लें एक researcher का on the army initiative regarding the earthquake response. It was highly criticized by the people regarding the rescue effort. It was very slow. It was a very slow response from the Pakistan Army and Pakistan government, and people were of the view that even the local media के अंदर भी ये चीज़ आई कि response जो है towards the rescue response, even though towards the disaster, it is totally messed up. Or Pakistan Army is slow in providing rescue response, and even though Pakistan government hasn't got the capacity, hasn't got the capability to respond, and their response was very slow. Leading journalist, and they were having this observation. One of the Pakistan leading journalists who was attempting to reach Muzaffarabad the day of the earthquake observed when the earthquake hit Muzaffarabad. Journalist at that point of time was leaving towards Muzaffarabad, and he was of the view that I could not help but notice the absence of government and army rescue teams. Instead, the void was filled by members of the religious party. So again, the journalist was of the view that मैं help भी नहीं कर सकता था, मेरी कोई help नहीं कर सकता था, क्योंकि वहाँ पे there was no sign of government, there was no sign of army rescue teams, और ये इस खला को इसको fill किया तो religious parties ने fill किया. There are various good reasons for the delayed response from army, but the response was slow, and why the response was delayed? Might be there is a जो मैंने observe किया था उस वक्त कि there is a terrain which was the biggest issue. Then there are many other good reasons for the army's delayed response. A strong public perception that the army responded slowly during the rescue phase. And there were various explanations given by the people on the initial slow response. That might be there is a terrain issue, there are other suppliers का issue है, शायद front हम लोगों को clear नहीं है कितने % disaster किस हद तक impact हो चुका है और कहाँ का army को reach out करना चाहिए. But still army ने पठाग्राम, शिंगलाई, ये एरियाज जितने भी थे, इवन दो धरियाल, नवाजाबाद, बागड़मुन, डाडर, देवली, शिंक्यारी से आगे जितने भी एरियाज थे, एंड इवन दो आजाद जम्मू कश्मीर which is under पाकिस्तान, उसके अंदर भी पाकिस्तान आर्मी ने पैदल 100 किलोमीटर का एरिया ट्रैवल किया, नीलम को क्रॉस, दरिया नीलम को क्रॉस करके लोगों के पास गए और उनसे जाके पूछा कि भाई आप लोगों के पास आप लोगों को क्या क्या मसले मसाइल मौजूद हैं यहाँ पे. हम रिलीफ एफर्ट के लिए भी आर्मी मौजूद थी. एंड जिस वक्त ये डिजास्टर हिट हुआ तो ये भी एक रीजन थी कि उससे काफी हद तक पहाड़ जो थे वो अपनी जगह छोड़ गए थे, कट गए थे, जिससे लैंडस्लाइडिंग्स भी हो गई थी और रास्ते क्लियर नहीं थे, और जिसकी वजह से आर्मी ने स्लो रिस्पांस दिया उन जगहों पे. लेकिन रिलीफ साइड पे आर्मी ने एक बेस्ट एफर्ट की, एक क्वालिटी एफर्ट की, और उससे जो है अर्थक्वेक अफेक्टीज की परसेप्शन भी पॉजिटिव थी. लेकिन एज फार एज रेस्क्यू इज कंसर्न थोड़ा सा आर्मी इस मामले में स्लो थी. According to Lieutenant General Nadeem Ahmed, who was heading ERA at that point of time, Earthquake Reconstruction and Rehabilitation Authority, the first, as explained in an interview with Lieutenant General Nadeem Ahmed of ERA, was simply that Pakistan was not prepared for this level, for such big level of disaster. It is a big magnitude of disaster. So Pakistan was not prepared. Pakistan was lacking lot of capabilities. It was not having skills. Even though अगर आप example ले लें, ये जो मैरियट का बम ब्लास्ट हुआ उसमें भी पाकिस्तान गवर्नमेंट के पास वो कैपेसिटी नहीं थी सो दैट कि जो उसके अंदर अफेक्टीज थे या जो आग लगी हुई थी उस मैरियट होटल के अंदर, तो उस वक्त भी पाकिस्तान के गवर्नमेंट के पास वो कैपेबिलिटी मौजूद नहीं थी कि किस तरीके से इनको बाहर निकाला जाए, और काफी लोग उसमें बर्न केसेस भी विटनेस हुए. सो पाकिस्तान ओवरऑल अगर कैपेबिलिटी की वाइज देखा जाए टू कॉम्बैट द डिजास्टर, पाकिस्तान इज लैकिंग इट, और पाकिस्तान वाज नॉट प्रिपेयर्ड अकॉर्डिंग टू लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल नदीम टू कॉम्बैट टू सच बिग डिजास्टर ऑफ सच सॉर्ट फॉर सच बिग लेवल डिजास्टर. At the time of the earthquake, Pakistan had no disaster response organizations other than a small emergency relief cell in the cabinet division, which maintains few relief supplies for a small-scale emergencies, and a crisis management group in the Ministry of Interior to respond to the contingencies like hijackings, killings हो गई हैं, hijackings हो गई हैं. तो ये crisis management group होता है जो Ministry of Interior के अंदर मौजूद है, वो उसको head up करता है, उसको deal करता है. लेकिन पाकिस्तान के पास कोई ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मौजूद नहीं थी उस वक्त, सवाए एक स्मॉल इमरजेंसी रिलीफ सेल के जिसमें फ्यू सप्लाईज मौजूद थी रिलीफ की, और स्मॉल स्केल इमरजेंसी को डील करने के लिए चीजें मौजूद थी. लेकिन लार्ज स्केल इमरजेंसीज को डील करने के लिए पाकिस्तान के पास नो रिस्पॉन्स टीम थी. पाकिस्तान मिलिट्री रिस्पॉन्डेड, एंड while the Pakistan military has responded to many previous natural disasters such as floods and earthquakes, other than the 1970 cyclone in the East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, that killed an estimated 300,000 people, none were even close to the scale of 2005 earthquake. And these disasters were small level disasters, and this earthquake was a big magnitude disaster to the Pakistan. And at that point of time, still Pakistan Army worked for the people. They worked in the relief, they worked in the rescue, and equally they worked in the reconstruction. But there were some positive points of them, and there are certain negative perceptions of the people. And उसमें अगर आप देखें तो लोगों के व्यूज रिकंस्ट्रक्शन के हवाले से बहुत ज़्यादा नेगेटिव थे, और रेस्क्यू के हवाले से बिकॉज ऑफ फैक्ट दैट रेस्क्यू में दे वर वेरी स्लो, और रिलीफ में दे वर वेरी एफिशिएंट, और उसको रिलीफ को दे प्रेज्ड इट हैवीली. There are various factors that delayed army response. Another factor that delayed the army response was that it clearly prioritized institutional and strategic considerations over adherence to humanitarian principles of impartiality. और चूंकि आर्मी का कोई ऐसा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डिफाइंड नहीं है कि हाउ टू कॉम्बैट द नेशनल डिजास्टर और आर्मी की क्या रोल प्ले करना है, सो प्रायोरिटाइज जो है क्लियरली वाज इट क्लियरली प्रायोरिटाइज इंस्टीट्यूशनल एंड स्ट्रेटेजिक कंसिडरेशंस को सामने रख के किया गया, और क्या एडहेरेंस थी टू ह्यूमैनिटेरियन प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ इम्पार्शियलिटी विदाउट एनी बायसनेस हेल्प की गई. और ये भी फैक्टर था कि एक combined response देना था, so that's why might be army was slow in providing response in the as far as rescue is concerned. Army's top priority was as a result during the first few days following the earthquake was to rescue the large number of military personnel who were also injured in the earthquake, along with the line of control separating India and Pakistan administered Kashmir. And at that point of time, lots of Pakistani soldiers, they made sacrifices, and they died in the incident. And Pakistan Army was majorly focusing on their own people, because Army as an institution was also hit by such disaster. And majorly the top elite जो थी Pakistan Army की, वो ये focus कर रही थी कि पहले हम लोग अपने officials को निकाल लें, उसके बाद हम लोग जो है work करते हैं on a large scale. So पाकिस्तान के बहुत ज़्यादा troops जो थे लाइन ऑफ कंट्रोल में हिट हुए उस डिजास्टर की वजह से, एंड मेजरली जो थी वो डेथ्स भी विटनेस हुई पाकिस्तान सोल्जर्स की. There is a director of an international non-government organization, and he was of the view that initially the Pakistan military were more interested in rescue their own military men, so we were able to focus on the civilian side. So initially Pakistan Army का ये response था कि वो अपने military men को निकाल लें, उसके बाद वो civilian side पे focus करें. There's a retired brigadier, and he was having a view that the earthquake exposed the military to an unprecedented predicament as the country's forward positions at the several places were rendered unmanned. This caused panic and rush to move in reinforcements, because India could have easily occupied strategically important peaks that has been left undefended. So ये भी एक रीजन है, स्ट्रेटेजिक भी एक सिनेरियो है कि पाकिस्तान आर्मी ने जो पीक्स जो पाकिस्तान आर्मी की वो हैं पोस्ट हैं, वहां पे चूंकि जब डिजास्टर हिट हुआ तो पाकिस्तान आर्मी की पहली प्रायोरिटी ये थी कि उन जगहों को महफूज किया जाए, उनको सेव किया जाए, कहीं इंडिया उन जगहों पे ऑक्यूपाई ना कर ले, उन पीक्स को ऑक्यूपाई ना कर ले, विच इज ऑफ स्ट्रेटेजिक इंपॉर्टेंस. सो दिस इज अ इंटरव्यू, दिस इज अ व्यू फ्रॉम वन रिटायर्ड ब्रिगेडियर. One Pakistani NGO workers view, अगर आप देखें तो on October 11, lots of soldiers were sitting around doing nothing. They had their weapons, so it didn't look like they were there for rescuing. They were being deployed to the front line. The army's first response was to replace their dead and injured. Once they had replaced their forces, then they did a good job in relief. We need to give the devil his due. So ये भी NGO वर्कर का व्यू था कि पाकिस्तान आर्मी ने सबसे पहले फ्रंट लाइन पे मौजूद जो ट्रूप्स थे जो कि डिजास्टर से अफेक्ट हुए थे उनकी हेल्प की, उनको पहले निकाला, उसके बाद दे शिफ्टेड टुवर्ड्स द सिविलियन साइड और they did a fabulous job, a good job in relief, but we need to give this devil his due. And there were various criticisms, and equally there were various positive points of the army work, और उसमें लोगों ने various perceptions भी recorded करवाएं. एक journalist जो है, he was interviewed for the study and for especially this study, and he noted that the press was very critical and very confrontational in the initial weeks following the earthquake. He acknowledged that in retrospect we all criticizing, but they did a good job. Without the army, the relief operation could not have succeeded. और ये एक सीनियर पाकिस्तानी जर्नलिस्ट हैं, उनके व्यू के मुताबिक कि पाकिस्तान आर्मी has done a good job in the relief phase. And they were highly praised in the relief phase. People are having positive perception with respect to the army's central role in the relief phase. Relief phase के अंदर जो उसकी coordinated पाकिस्तान आर्मी की effort थी, उसको अवामुन नास ने, जो affected areas के लोग थे, उन्होंने बहुत praise किया, बहुत पसंद किया. According to International Aid Agency official, views are the Pakistan Army were open, listened, learned, and then came up with better solutions. They kept in control. This is what made it work. I have stayed on because they are a player to work with. So this is an International Aid Agency official, and the views are quite they are conforming to the working of the Pakistan Army during the relief phase. और उसमें the official was of the view that the army was open, listened and learned, and then they came up with the solutions. They kept in control. It was a good job working with them. It was a pleasure to work with them, and they worked in the relief phase extravagantly, and they were exceptionally good in the relief phase. According to one female who was an IDP, who was internally displaced people from Pakistan when the earthquake hit Pakistan, and she said the Pakistan Army provided all the assistance in our area. Nobody else came to our area to help us. So Pakistan Army was there to provide the assistance to the needy in the area, and this is internally displaced person who is female, and she was of the view that nobody else came to our area to help us. According to General Farooq, the former FRC commissioner, Federal Relief Commission cell के जो commissioner हैं, उनके मुताबिक Pakistan military has had lots of interaction with international community through peacekeeping operations, international training courses, field maneuvers abroad and in Pakistan. Pakistan peacekeeping operations are often the biggest. So, according to General Farooq, जिन लोगों ने क्रिटिसाइज किया पाकिस्तान आर्मी पे, तो जनरल फारूक की ये स्टेटमेंट आई कि पाकिस्तान आर्मी ने इंटरनेशनल पीस कीपिंग में, ऑपरेशंस में, इंटरनेशनल ट्रेनिंग्स में, इंटरनेशनल मनूवरिंग में, अब्रॉड और इन पाकिस्तान दे हैव वर्कड, एंड पीस कीपिंग ऑपरेशंस पाकिस्तान आर्मी के बिगेस्ट हैं. जैसे कांगो की एग्जांपल, यूनिसेफ की एग्जांपल देखिए, पीस कीपिंग मिशंस की एग्जांपल देखिए, कांगो की देखिए, सोमालिया की देखिए, बॉस्निया की एग्जांपल देखिए. पाकिस्तान आर्मी ने सबसे ज्यादा पीस कीपर्स ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड भेजे. There was a controversial role in the reconstruction phase. People perceived it negative as far as Pakistan Army's role is concerned, and people were having a controversial role, which went from very negative during the rescue phase to very positive during much of the relief phase. Again, became increasingly controversial and unpopular during the construction phase. There is a focus group member in NWFP, and the focus group member was of the view that Army played a key role in the rescue phase, which we appreciate. We saw military forces at midnight carrying food and tents up the hill to earthquake victims. However, in the relief phase, we are not happy with the Army. They didn't listen to us. and there are lots of irregularities. So again, there is a criticism too, and there is an appreciation too for the Pakistan Army. According to one Pakistani researcher, the army played a very constructive role in the relief phase, but we felt that at the reconstruction phase, coordination and leadership should go back to civilian pre-earthquake structures, INGO representatives. Yes, the military did a good job, and now it's time for them to leave. We need to work more through local government. This is the only sustainable option. Ultimately, elected governments have to handle the responses. Or, according to researcher, that the army job is over. Now this is the more time which is focused by the local government. It should be worked on through the local governments because reconstruction efforts हो रही हैं. और इसमें उन्होंने ये चीज़ बताई कि army did a good job. उन्होंने appreciate भी किया और साथ साथ उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि now it's time for them to leave. This is the job is more अब जो बाकी बच्ची कुछ job जो थी reconstruction की, that was more local government related. Local government should participate in it in the reconstruction phase. An important lesson from Pakistan study, this study especially जो मैं इसको सामने अब कर रहा हूँ अभी, तो जो important lessons जो हम लोगों को यहाँ से मिलते हैं कि पाकिस्तान की इस स्टडी में पोस्ट अर्थक्वेक में कि as well as जो ये स्टडी अफगानिस्तान में भी हुई, नेपाल में भी हुई, श्रीलंका में भी हुई, was that benefit of coherence seems to obey a law of diminishing returns as a less contentious life-saving humanitarian phase transitions into a more politicized reconstruction and recovery phase. The role of military forces is likely to become more politicized and disputed. So, I think कि मेरे अपने पर्सनल व्यू के मुताबिक जब ये मैं स्टडी पढ़ रहा था तो इसमें जो आर्मी का रोल जो था वो रिकंस्ट्रक्शन के हवाले से और रेस्क्यू के हवाले से इतना मौसर नहीं था जितना रिलीफ में मौसर था. सो हर एक की आप अगर आप इंटरव्यूज को देखें और इसको आप बगौर इसका जायजा लें तो उसमें ज्यादातर देवर ऑफ द व्यू कि रिलीफ में आर्मी डिड अ फैबुलस जॉब, बट इन रिकंस्ट्रक्शन एंड रेस्क्यू फेज दे वर वेरी स्लो, एंड रिकंस्ट्रक्शन इज टोटली इट शुड बी लेड बाय द सिविलियन गवर्नमेंट्स, इट शुडंट बी लेड बाय द पाकिस्तान आर्मी. According to the interview with Lieutenant General Nadeem Ahmed, Deputy Chairman, Earthquake Reconstruction and Rehabilitation Authority, and he said that there are 4 important lessons which we learned from earthquake. First, a willingness to learn. पहली चीज ये है कि हम लोग विलिंगनेस शो कर रहे हैं कि हम लोग सीखना चाहते हैं. दूसरी जो पहली चीज है उसमें अगर मैं बताता चलूं, ऑन डे 1 वीक नॉलेज वी डिडंट हैव नॉलेज एंड कैपेसिटी एंड वी वर मोर देन विलिंग टू लर्न फ्रॉम ह्यूमैनिटेरियन ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. और हम लोगों के पास नॉलेज नहीं है, हमारे पास कैपेसिटी नहीं है कि इतने बड़े डिजास्टर को किस तरह डील किया जाए. तो हम लोगों की विलिंगनेस है कि हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा सीखें और हमने ह्यूमैनिटेरियन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से सीखा है. ये पहला लेसन जो कि लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल नदीम अहमद हु वाज डिप्टी चेयरमैन आरा एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम ही सेड. सेकंड लेसन जो उन्होंने कहा कि दिस इज एन ओपनिंग अप टू द इंटरनेशनल ह्यूमैनिटेरियन वर्ल्ड which was remarkable for such a closed institution. We became a good facilitator for humanitarian organizations. There was an initial reluctance, but they preferred to operate with the military and found it easier to interact with us than civilian officials. So this was again an opening for the humanitarian organizations and the communication and the coordination between the ARA and rest of the organizations. So this is again an opening which was there, and there was initial reluctance, but then they preferred to operate with the military and found it easier to interact with us than civilian officials. Third जो interview का जो उन्होंने कहा कि जी third lesson we found out is developing coordination mechanisms. We provided a platform for all humanitarian organizations at federal, state and district levels. Every evening a coordination meeting was convened and participated in all by all sectors, which provided an overarching view while the UN cluster system provided sectoral view. So this was a third lesson with Lieutenant General Nadeem Ahmed. He said the third lesson is the developing coordination mechanisms. Then is the personal relationships are critical. Once we got to read, this is the 4th lesson which they learned from ARA has learned from the earthquake Work and personal relationships are critical. Once we got to know and trust each other, we could talk frankly among friends. This spirit would then trickle down. We use strong leadership to push teamwork down the system. So one command, one strong leadership, one communication structure, one hierarchy is required, and personal relationships are very much critical. So there are 4 important lessons which Lieutenant General Nadeem Ahmed, according to him, Deputy Chairman ARA, he said, and I quote. Then, according to the conclusion, as far as this whole study is concerned, the objective of the study was to learn from the perceptions of the people in order to better understand and more effectively address some of the key challenges currently faced humanitarian action. और वो कौन-कौन से challenges थे जो कि humanitarian actions को के दौरान लोगों को फेस हुए, इंटरनेशनल एड वर्कर्स को फेस हुए, नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को फेस हुए, और वो कौन-कौन से ऐसे लोगों की परसेप्शंस थी, क्या नेगेटिव परसेप्शंस थी, क्या पॉजिटिव परसेप्शंस थी, वो कौन कौन सी राय थी उन लोगों की. तो वो चीज इस 3 फेज पे मुश्तमिल जो मेरी प्रेजेंटेशन का सिलसिलाकार था, जिसमें पहला सिलसिला जो था वो रिलीफ फेज के बारे में था, इस पूरी रिपोर्ट से रिलेटेड. सेकंड जो था रिकंस्ट्रक्शन फेज के बारे में था, और थर्ड जो था एक रोल ऑफ पाकिस्तान आर्मी और सिक्योरिटी सिचुएशन पे लोगों की क्या राय थी, लोगों की क्या परसेप्शंस थी, कल्चर को समझना क्यों जरूरी है जब इस तरह का डिजास्टर हो, क्या वजूहात होती हैं जब इंटरनेशनल एड वर्कर्स काम कर रहे होते हैं और दे फेस चैलेंजेस, उन पे ये पूरी की पूरी रिपोर्ट थी. एंड दिस रिपोर्ट इज डन बाय डॉक्टर एंड्रयू विल्डर. ही इज हेड ऑफ दैट दिस रिपोर्ट, एंड दिस इज अ पॉलिसी रिसर्च रिपोर्ट of Feinstein International Center, University of Boston, America. Or this is the case study itself has examined the perceptions of wide range of aid recipients and provided regarding the humanitarian responses to the devastating earthquake areas that struck northern Pakistan and its disputed territory of Kashmir in October 2005. The reference, according to the this is easily available on internet. You can easily download it by writing this script in the Google. Perceptions of Pakistan Earthquake Response Humanitarian Agenda 2015 Pakistan Country Study by Andrew Wilder, February 2008. आने वाले सेशंस में हम लोग मोर फोकस करेंगे कि लीडरशिप और नॉन प्रॉफिट सेक्टर का क्या रोल है, लीडरशिप का नॉन प्रॉफिट सेक्टर ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में क्या रोल है. अब तक हम लोगों ने बेसिक लेवल से लेके पॉलिसी मेकिंग तक की जितनी बात की गई है उसको डिस्कस किया, और लॉस को भी डिस्कस कर लिया. हम लोगों ने रोल ऑफ एनजीओज, ह्यूमैनिटेरियन ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस और अलॉन्ग विद द परसेप्शंस व्हेन दीज ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस वर्क इन द एरिया उसको डिस्कस किया. अब हम लोग लीडरशिप को आने वाली लेक्चर्स में डिस्कस करेंगे कि लीडरशिप किस तरीके से असरअंदाज होती है, किस हिसाब की लीडरशिप चाहिए, और देन आफ्टर दैट वी आर गोइंग टू गो टू द पॉलिसी फॉर्मुलेशन पार्ट एंड देन पॉलिसी इंप्लीमेंटेशन पार्ट. और उस वक्त तक के लिए आई होप कि मेरा ये वाला लेक्चर जो है आपको समझ आ गया होगा, क्योंकि ये लेक्चर 3 उस पे फेजेस पे था. पहला जो था रिलीफ पे था, फिर रिकंस्ट्रक्शन पे था, और आज का जो था दैट वाज इन दिस रिपोर्ट के वॉर ऑन टेरर और ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एक्शन का क्या रोल था, और ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एक्शन का वॉर ऑन टेरर पे क्या रोल था, कि ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस किस तरीके से आई यहाँ पे काम करने के लिए, और क्या उनका ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एजेंडा था वर्किंग का, क्या वो पॉलिटिकल कंसिडरेशंस के लिए आई थी. आई होप कि मेरा ये लेक्चर आपको समझ आ गया होगा. उस वक्त के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज.